Okay, so this is video 2 of our garden. Not too much on the cactuses, a little bit of growth there. Our aloe's getting huge. These are our tomatillos. They're doing really good. We made a salsa verde last week with them. You got an artichoke in there. He's getting big. And our peppers are all doing really good. Here's some pepperoncinis that we're going to pick later. We got some baby jalapenos back there. These are bell peppers planted in here, red and purple. And we've got quite a few eggplants that we've used. We've grilled some already this summer. Here's one. He's a Japanese eggplant. And since the last video, we planted a bunch of onions. The red onions are getting huge and need more dirt. And I just planted these last week. They're the white onions. And Dave's little invention didn't do so well. We got some bad soil and it kind of made it to where the roots couldn't get through on the strawberries, so they really haven't gotten that much bigger since the last video. We're gonna take them out and plant them in the ground or do something else to try to get them to grow better. Our new plan is in the works. So these are the cabbage, the cauliflower. They've gotten humongous. That one is probably pretty ready to pick. 3 different types of cauliflower, so these ones are just now starting to head. And down in the center you can see. And then we've got a broccoli back in here. He's gotten bigger. I think he was just a seed when we did the last video, so he's come up. And then we've got a little baby artichoke that's not doing too well. And that artichoke that I showed you that was potted before was the replacement for this guy. And then this artichoke's doing much better. And these, we had tiny little sprouts that were in cups on the last video, but they've been planted. They are red cabbage. We have 4 of them. And they're getting pretty big. And under here, the last video we had carrots planted. We've since, we had a bunch of sprouts and then they just disappeared, all except for this one is our one lonely carrot. And I don't know if something ate them or if they got too hot, but we made a shade structure and planted a bunch of new carrot seeds this week, so hopefully we'll get some new ones. And that guy right there is a random watermelon sprout that's coming up from last summer, so I don't have the heart to clip him, but I probably will. And over here the jasmine has gotten huge, and I really want it to climb up this windmill. Hopefully it grabs on. And here's the cucumbers. They kind of had a rough start, and you know, I don't know, they're doing their thing. They're getting bigger, they're doing better, they're kind of recovering. We have a new little cucumber coming up here, and we have a different type of cucumber that we got from the store that's planted here. So we actually even have a little cucumber. He's about 1 inch big, or 2 inches big right here. And well, we've had a couple, but we have been clipping him off so that the plants could get bigger, but I don't think we're going to clip him. I think we're going to let him grow. This bed right here is, we have 2 romaines that are growing, and we just recently got around to planting the poor lettuce. So we've got those 2, and then we have a ton of seeds in here of iceberg and some leafy lettuce. This one is the mystery. I think he's a lettuce from last year that he was just coming up, but he might be a weed, so I don't know. I'm just not clipping him because he looks like a frilly lettuce. And then I've got some more onions planted right here, just extras. The asparagus, not too much. They've kind of slowed down since it's gotten really hot, but we've got a couple little babies there. There's one, there's another. And then the soy and edamame are getting pretty big. We've gotten quite a few little pea pods growing, but Dave keeps clipping them off because we're trying to get the plants to grow bigger so the pods themselves grow bigger. See, they're the little guys right there. So this bed previously had a celery in it, but the celery plant died, so we planted a pineapple in there, and I don't know if it's taken root. It'll probably die. It's kind of an experiment. Anyway, the herbs. Got some basil that's, I don't really like the way it looks, but it's made quite a few food items, so I'm grateful for it. And let's see what's new. Oh, I planted some onions right there to be bunching onions, and some yellow ones right here I just planted in here for bunching onions. The chives, it's kind of getting really hot out. Let's see, what's today? June 2nd. So it's getting pretty hot and they're kind of getting yellow. They'll probably thin out here pretty quick. This is new, salvia. Got that from the store. Rosemary is doing its typical thing. And let's see, over here, watermelon. It's absolutely outrageous. There's 8 watermelon plants total, and they came up from seed, and they're just taking over this bed. I'm so excited. I hope I get 8 watermelon. And we got a cantaloupe in there, and this one is honeydew, and they're both doing really, really good. We didn't have good luck last year with the melons, so I'm stoked on this bed. And lastly, we have the coolest bed of all, the berries, and this is blackberry, and there's so many. I mean, they're everywhere. Let me see, let me come around this side. There. Blackberries all over, and the bed is just humongous, and I'm just so excited. I want to clip them all off and probably freeze them and make something really good out of them. We have a few in the fridge right now. Here are our grapes. The grapes have gotten enormous, and let me see if I can get in there to show you the grapes. Here we go. Grapes. Yay! Here they are. All kinds of them. And then lastly, we have the raspberries. And we've already picked quite a few and been eating them because they're kind of irresistible. But we're trying to save them so we can pick a bunch at once and do something with them, like make jam or something. But yeah, they're brightening up this little vine. And this was the only other thing from the last video. We said we were going to plant black beans and pinto beans, but you have to soak the beans overnight in water, and we've done that about 7 times, and each time they end up getting moldy in there because we keep forgetting to plant them. So no beans yet, but other than that, that's the garden. Pillar of Autumn, June 2nd, 2012.